And you need to remember this. You might have a properly functioning machine, but if you load those instruments wrong, they're not going to come as clean as they should be. And that's what we'll talk about using this in a trick. Because where does it get on the other side? It's on the assembly side. What happens? And Steve's mad. Well, no. Dave's mad at Steve over in Deacon Tam because he's got to pull the brush out. You know, I hate when Steve's in Deacon Tam. All the instruments come dirty. You know, there's all this little stuff. You know why? Because he doesn't load it, he doesn't do this, and he's trying to cut corners. Well, you cut corners here, you pay for it over there. So that's what's important. And if your instruments are coming clean, you have to look at your own process when you're trying to say, how can I do the best to make sure this works? So just throwing the instruments in isn't what you do. You got to be observant, watch, and let people know. Like Dave, you're the person on the shift. Are you one of them as well? Brandon. You need to let them know so they can take action and decide, okay, then we won't use this, we'll do this, I'll call somebody, we do this, or we hand wash better, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the main thing is, you want to make sure it's safe for handling for you on that side. You want to be able to assemble it. And if it comes out cleaner, you can assemble more. There's less trays behind. The hour's happier. You get turnaround time. So if you do it right at the beginning and you follow it all the way through, it makes it easier. They also, if you read your instrument manuals, go pick up Codman or D. Mueller. It'll say all instruments should be in the open position. Why? Because you need that to get the most exposure. Now, many companies say that you should string all the instruments. Some people do, some people don't. But you can actually, for yourself, if you're stacking these up, you can find out if more than 2 is too high. If you're putting it 4 or 5 high, and you put that toesy in there, and that toesy doesn't come clean, that's representing what that bottom instrument got. So that's what some people do. They do it as training for people to understand, how do I load it? Okay? You put the top on it and you run it through. What are the chances of everything really getting the water and everything it needs in there, all the layers? Not too good. So you can take a toesy, put one on the third or on the bottom, and run it through and open it up and look at it, and you'll probably see fibrin or some blood left. When you know that this should get it clean. So what that teaches you is that you really need to take each level out and have them separated so it gets the maximum exposure of everything you want those instruments to do. Regardless of whether you pre-soaked and went through, this is one of the steps in the process. So some people do that way.